assessment of the situation for our viewers here. I request you to stay on as we proceed. Viewers, Japan's Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi has sent a clear message now to Russian President Vladimir Putin. She has emphasized that Japan values its relationship with Russia and seeks a swift ceasefire in Ukraine. The message was conveyed through Japanese lawmaker who met with Takaichi and Foreign Minister before traveling to Moscow. Suzuki, during his meeting with Konstantin Kosachev, the deputy chairman of Russia's Federation Council on December 26, passed on Takaichi's statements. Takaichi's message signals Japan's hopes for a peaceful resolution, showing that Tokyo is keen on contributing to peace efforts in Ukraine while maintaining diplomatic ties with Moscow. Retired Major General Sudhakar ji continues to stay with us. General Sudhakar, what do you think has prompted this statement from Takaichi? So far, nothing of the sort had come out. But now, while she wants to maintain ties with Russia as they are, she's also spoken on peace for Ukraine and in Ukraine. How do you see the timing of her statements, and what do you think has really propelled her to say this?
In short, let me give you very quick reflections. First and foremost, the center of gravity of the behavioral change of geopolitics of the world order is being driven by the transactional, unpredictable behavior of Donald Trump as on today. When I say that, what I mean is that the same Western alliance, which was led by USA at one point in time during Biden's era, they used to be a hell for leather against Putin. But today, driven by Donald Trump, there is always, peacenik signatures being offered, and it is coming out prominently in as important a document as that of National Security Strategy of USA 2025, wherein USA has made very pointed indication to Russia that Russia is a member of the peer group, not an adversary. One. Number two, they have also indicated that its status of G8 membership will be restored. Number three, Russia is going to be integrated with the ecosystem of the existing geopolitical order along with the leading economies. It means very substantive, kind of out of proportion departure from the traditional standpoint and the stance of USA or the Western alliance led by USA. Not that I am saying the European countries are in favor of this, but this is the Donald Trump who is driving everything. So with the changed stance and also the changed affiliation with China simply because of the economics, I am saying, because the geopolitics has been overtaken by geoeconomics. That soybean that we talk of and the corn in the central corridor of America, which was actually, rotting because the farmers almost went in for up in arms against Donald Trump, almost. Not that they really went against him, because that is the corridor of Republican. So Donald Trump, somehow or the other, he managed to negotiate with China, took a commitment, and China, instead of buying soybean and corn from Brazil, has switched its commitment to America and promised to buy $12 billion or more in a year from America, from this particular stretch of the corridor, buying soybean and corn. That apart, the rare earth element also has been weaponized by China. Therefore, America is going very slow. While it is singled out India for buying oil from Russia, it has not done anything against China because the leverages are in favor of China. Because of these changing dynamics, Japan is also playing around with the words, has started showing signatures of proximal affinity towards Japan. When I say proximal affinity to Japan, it is not overshadowed by strategic altruism. It is overshadowed by the past historical precedents. Historical precedents, take your mind back to the Kuril Island. Because of short of time, I'll just keep it as short as possible. There is an area of dispute. The Kuril Island continues to be under the occupation of Russia, and they had annexed it immediately after the Second World War. They have had an agreement on joint declaration in 1956. 1978, Japan and China, they went in for a treaty that actually gave red herrings to the relationship between Moscow and Tokyo. Subsequently, the treaty with the USA gave a complete departure and changed the dynamics in East the Japan Sea as also South China Sea. And now lately, although Russia or the Moscow had given a clear indication in the past that out of 4 islands, 2 small islands, namely Shikotai and Habumai, would be handed over to Japan at some point in time. But because of changing stance of Japan, because of Japan's sanction against Russia for having invaded into Ukraine, also because of other impositions of restrictions against Russia, there has been a kind of a stalemate between two countries. And now this late signature, it indicates that possibly a thaw is in the making, and that thaw will change the dynamics and the geopolitical order towards the East China Sea as also the Sea of Japan and the South China Sea. The relationship between Japan and Russia changing, it will also contribute towards change in dynamics of the world order, because Japan also is not a small power. It is one of the biggest economies in the world as on today, although overtaken by India. It is a technological prowess in the world. So keeping all this in mind, it has got huge leverage. Maybe things will change for good, maybe for bad. One, it is too premature to actually speculate anything, but at the moment, it is giving a very positive signature of some kind of a reconciliation between Tokyo and Moscow in times ahead. Back to Kriti.
All right, sure. Thank you, Sudhakarji, very much for your assessment of the situation here for our viewers. And we move ahead now. The